Hello, my artists. Happy Earth Day. I have another Earth Day activity that you might want to try if you have some of this plastic in your house. This plastic is number 6. Inside the little recycling triangle, there's number 6. It is a little bit of a hard plastic. If you tap it, it kind of sounds like this. It's the kind of plastic that sometimes you get takeout from a restaurant or a deli or a grocery store. Your sandwich comes in this. If you have some of this at home, this is perfect. If you don't have some, but you order out, look and see if it has a 6. If it has a 6, save it so you can do this activity. First thing you're going to do is I'm going to cut my plastic so that I'm only using the part that is flat. All right, you're going to do this kind of carefully. Okay, so I've cut my big piece of plastic into 4 smaller pieces. And this is a good size. You don't have to have it too big. What we're going to be making is your own kind of shrinky dinks. So this plastic is going to shrink up smaller. Okay, so whatever you make, it's going to be smaller once you're done with it. After you have your piece of plastic cut to the size you want, you're going to decorate it. You need to use permanent markers for this. So Sharpies are permanent markers. If you use the washable ones, if this gets wet, the marker will wash away. You could try colored pencil. That might stay on, but because this is shiny, the markers are going to work the best. You can make any design you want on your plastic. So using the Sharpies, you're going to make a decoration that you decide on. It can be anything. You could make a character, you could make a face. Right? I'm just doing some little hearts here. After you have your design all done, you can trim your plastic. I've done an earth here and I cut around the edges. So if I wanted to, I'm going to add more to this, but if I wanted to, I could trim around it. And the other thing you can do, but you don't have to, is if you have a hole punch at home and you punch a hole in this, once it shrinks, it'll still have a little hole, so you could make it into a necklace or a keychain. Okay, so what we're going to do is once you have your designs all colored, your next step will be baking these designs. Okay, next step is to put a piece of tin foil on a cooking tray and lay your plastic right on top of the tin foil. Your oven has to be heated at 350. Now, we're using an oven, so that means you have to have an adult help with this part. You cannot do this part without an adult. If there's an adult in your house who says it's okay, they turn the oven on for you. Once it gets to 350, then you can have the grown-up in your house take the tray, and it's going to go in the oven. They were in the oven for about 5 minutes. When they first came out, sometimes the edges curl up a little, so I'm going to take a spatula and I'm just going to press down right when they come out, when they're still hot. Because this is so hot, I'm not touching anything. All right, I'm going to let them cool off for a few minutes before I touch them. Okay, so they're all cool and they have shrunk up pretty small. They are hard. They're a little bit thicker. The ones that we put a little hole into, you can see like my earth, I could make that into a little necklace or a keychain, okay? Or you could just have them. You could make a little character, you could play with them, but they do shrink up, and I waited about 10 minutes before I touched them. So remember, you need number 6 plastic. It has to have a 6 on it. Draw on it with Sharpies or a permanent marker. Put in the oven for about 5 minutes, let them cool, and you made your own shrinky dinks. Have fun.